Hey, what's up, everyone? I am Kelly Towns from uGospel.com here for a special edition, something new that we're getting ready to do on the uGospel platform called Artist Q&A. Today we have a special guest, SHENELL DIXON from, I believe, Houston, Texas. She just released a new single. She's going to tell us a little bit about who she is and her new single that just came out, as well as her book that she has out as well. So let me just bring her in.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good. So how are you doing in this quarantine before we get started with all these other questions and, Q&A?
I'm doing great in the quarantine, actually. I've become a homebody and I am just enjoying all of the different processes that it takes to turn our life into this quarantine life.
Due to gospel music, some people may not be familiar with some of the music that you have put out. Tell us a little bit about who you are and your background.
I am SHENELL DIXON. I am 40 years old. I'm a mother of two, Amber and Tyler. My family is a godly heritage, and so everywhere you look, you have pastors, preachers, teachers, and all of that. So it was kind of no choice for me to operate in this same vein. So I've been singing majority of my life. And that's about it. It's really been ministry driven, and I just really love what I do.
Great. Now, I heard you sing, and your voice is epic.
Thank you.
If I could ask, why did you pick gospel music against any other genre that you could have picked?
Because I think with gospel music, I can give my best delivery.
Mm-hmm.
I think you can feel my heart, my spirit, and I can operate in it the best.
Okay. I was reading the last time that you put some music out was about 10 years ago. Tell us about the gap in between.
Yes, it was 2008, and that next year my marriage crumbled, and so it took a lot of processes through all of that. And I had a group called SHENELL DIXON and Friends, and so that dismantled with everything else. And so I took a period of time to just say, you know what, I'm done with it all. Gave it a shot, and we went all the way into CD, live recording, and all of that. And so I took a minute, some years, and then so recently, I was inspired by God, and He was like, "Yeah, it's time." So here we are.
Definitely. Now, what's the difference of the music now versus the music that you released 10 years ago?
Well, the music that I released 10 years ago was from a person who was very timid, that was under a lot of pressure and a lot of bondage, and this person has been freed. And I have been liberated, and I can flow from a place of peace. And I believe that delivery is way better than 2008 delivery.
Most definitely. So your new single is called God is Able. It's your testimony. Tell us about that.
God is able is a significant phrase to me because down through the years, I have seen God be able to not just bring me out of things, but because we all say, how He provides and He make ways and things like that. But we hardly ever talk about the inside experiences with God. We always hear about the starting and the finishing, but He's a sustainer. He keeps you. He develops your character. So that's my testimony, that God is able to navigate me through life. He's able to direct the traffic of my mind. He's able to show me different things in life, things where I just don't know. And so that's my testimony about God is able. But I also would like to say that a lot of times we put all the weight on God being able when we weigh it against our problems, when really it's about, are we able to trust God?
Most definitely. So before I get about the music, you're also an author of 2 books. Tell us about that.
My first book is called The Healing Side of Hurt. And in 2015, the Lord began to deal with me with that topic. And I didn't understand it at first because I was very unprocessed. And so what He was doing was birthing that perception in my mind to let me know that there's a healing side to this. Because I had become my hurt. I had become what happened to me. And so he let me know that there is a way out. And so when he began to capture and cultivate my character, then he showed me the way to healing. And so that's what that book is really about. It's not necessarily about all of what happened in my life throughout those processes, but it is about the way out. Yes, this happened to you, and yes, you can come out of it. And yes, you can be clear in your heart and in your mind when you do come out of it. My second book is called Major in Ministry, Minor in Industry. I have a heart for character development, and I'm more interested in people off stage than I am people on stage. Of course, we have to deal with the on stage, but if you handle, in my mind, what's off stage first, your on stage delivery will be much better.
Most definitely. You're now also the worship leader there. Tell us about that.
Yes.
How did you balance being a worship leader, a mother, and now an artist, an independent artist?
Well, Michael Dixon and myself are the worship leaders at the Luke Church in Humble, and it has been one of the most amazing experiences in life. Michael Dixon and our delivery is very different, two different ways, but when we come together, it's an amazing experience. I love Pastor Sloan and Dr. Sloan. As I said, it has been an amazing experience. How do I balance being a mother, an author, and now an independent artist? We're yet learning how to balance it all. It's a day-by-day process. Creative Classic management team, they make my life better. Shout out to Nicole Hayward, to Giles. I call them my everyday because they really help me navigate through this integral part of my life. And like I said, I have a planner and we just take it day by day and we pray a lot. Ministry is my lifeline. It's the way, it's the oxygen that I breathe, that I need to breathe. And it's how I function throughout life. It's the core. And I use everything in the line of ministry, you know, talking to somebody in a simple conversation. You never know. You're not shoving scriptures down their throat, but you never know. Just in a simple conversation, you might be encouraging someone and they may ever tell you, but you just never know. That's ministry, you know, or if you give someone a smile, that's ministry. If you give someone a hug, if you be kind, you just be nice, you know, that's ministry. So I firmly believe that people will always be able to see you before they can hear you.
Definitely. So getting back to your song, God is Able. That song, when I listen to it, you can hear really your heart in the song and just the passion. And that song has led you to should I say preparing to do something that you always wanted to do, a music video. Tell us about that experience.
Yes, on August 5th, we recorded a music video to God is Able. And what I really wanted to show people was the visual to my book. So everything is weaving into together. So I want people to see, because everyone is not readers. Everyone aren't readers. So people have to see. I'm a visual person, but I also like to read. So for the visual people, we have something coming up for you so that you can see. You might be going through something very similar to what's going to be in the video, and you can be able to relate and let God come in and show you how able He is.
Most definitely. Video, new music. What else is new for you?
I believe that's all that we're working on right now. It's enough. I'm sure we have other things in the works, but that's about it. That's the major frontline things that we have going on right now.
Great. One question I've been asking, because all week we've been doing interviews, as you know, a stellar, virtual stellar season, I guess you could call it. And one question I've been asking a lot of artists is, how do you feel this pandemic is going to affect not only the gospel music industry, but also the church?
Well, I really believe that this will produce the authenticity of everyone's gift. Mm-hmm. You either mean God or you don't. You in it for the people or you're in it for God. It eliminates all excuses. You're going to either produce well because of the people, or you're going to produce well because of God. We're in empty sanctuaries, we're recording, we're in empty sanctuaries, and we can't take down. We can't let people not feel the authentic presence of God because they're not in there being some hype crowd. So I just feel like for artists, before we take away from it, we should add more to it.
Is there anything for your viewers and people that's tuned in now?
I do have something coming up on August the 19th. There will be a live television appearance, read my notes, on Houston's top 10 ranked morning show, Great Day Houston, with host Deborah Duncan. So that's one thing that is coming up. I just want to be able to connect with everyone on all of my social media handles for Facebook and Instagram. It is Shenell Dixon. That's SHENELLDIXON, and my website, ShenellDixonMinistries.com.
Great. Well, thank you so much for looking forward to great things. I love the single. Everyone, the single is out now on all digital music platforms. I'm sure the video is getting ready to come out soon.
Yes.
So yeah, thank you for joining us, and we're looking forward to great things from you.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're more than welcome.
Have a great one.
All right, bye.